Hi, here's a breakdown of a couple of 45 tosses. I'm going to try to do it from a couple different angles so that you can see hand placements and pathways. So we're going to start with the basic one. So it's this one here where you push like that. The way we break it down, or the way I break it down, think of going to a collarbone hip angle, but then putting it on the side of your body and keeping your hips and shoulders flat front. From the side, it would look like this. And what you do is you make sure that you hit this flat count here, then press up above your head. Using 27 points of space as a reference, I start with my pole pointing to point number 4 and my silk pointing to point number 18. So then my and count, I go to counts 11 and 23, and then I go up to 4 and 18 again. So it's from here, 4 and 18, 11 and 23, 4 and 18. And that ends up rotating on this plane, like that. You don't need to move your body under it, it just travels across your body. Another important detail, watch where my right hand goes. It goes from the side of my body to center of body, and that's what causes the equipment to travel across, like that. Again, flat out, catch. Your right hand is height and placement. Your left hand is plane and rotation speed. So your left hand pulling back faster can cause it to rotate faster. Your right hand pushing up harder will give it more height. All right, next toss we're going to take a look at throwing from cradle. So most commonly you would do like this. You start in a cradle, you flip here and re-grab at the third, and then swing down up. To first understand the mechanic of this release, you can try doing it in the vertical plane, flipping this way, and doing a backhanded release down up like that. So it's a great start for students to just understand how to flip it out while they're getting the hang of it. Then to put it on the 45, what I normally teach is that they do this flip and put it on the angle, and as they step through with their right foot, they grab the tip of the flag and throw a 45 like we were just doing, a two-handed one, because it's mechanically going to be identical. So it'll go like this, which looks the same in the air to the performer as going one-handed, like that. So from the side, it would look like this. On the 45, step through, throw, catch. Doing it one-handed, step through, throw, catch. All right, next 45 we're going to take a look at is going to be to do a backhanded 45, where you would basically take your left hand, thumb down, like that, and then pull and release behind your head. So that's commonly going to look like this. And this is another one you can break down and do a two-handed version first, and then start taking your right hand out of it so that it ends up becoming a one-handed release. So the way you would do that for young performers, start with your silk pointing to point number 4, your pole pointing to point number 18, and your left hand is thumb down. You unwind the left hand, grab, then back to 11 and 23, flat out. So it would look like this. You would go 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 1. It's a little bit of breeze hitting just over the roof. And then you would take your left hand or your right hand out of the equation eventually and make that happen. When you do it one-handed, you want to add a little bit of extra push with your left hand to give it that last little bit of power, and also swing down a little harder for some more energy, like that. From the side, it would look like this if you did it two-handed. And then it would look like it would look the same in the air, throwing it one-handed. All right. Next type of release we're going to take a look at is going to be what we often refer to as a lasso 45, where you go like that. So, good way to break it down for performers first learning it is to do it in the vertical plane by popping up with your thumb up. I'd recommend mid-pull, and then pulling down up like that to get the to get that release out. Up, down, up. And then practice stepping through with the right foot, just like our cradle 45, like that, to go here to throw. From the side, it would look like this. Up, step, throw, catch. Again, up, and catch. Up, down, up, and catch. From the side, take a look at the release point. It is here, and your hand is going to be a little wild looking. If you were to freeze, take a look at my hand, it would look like this, effectively. All right, I'm going to jump back to this 45 for a second and show a variation that's a little more challenging. So you can hang on to it here and get one more rotation and flip out here by going like this. Up, up, down, out, catch. Again. And it's this second swing where you add the power and you kind of have to pull and flick with your left hand. So here, down, flick, catch. From the side, down, flick. From here, up, down, up. All right. Last one. If you were to take your left hand and grab under, like this, and then your right hand here, you can pull your hands apart to get a 45, which would end up looking like this. Grab, pull, catch. Which is very similar to the cradle one, but you can do it in other styles. This is one of my favorites, where you grab over, pull up, and pull apart to get the release out. So you would go here, roll, grab, throw, and catch. From the side, roll, grab, pull apart, and catch. All right. Last one. You can add a finger twirl to this guy to make it into a lasso toss. So that would just happen from wrapping your index as it comes up to make this guy happen. So from the side, wrap the index, and get another up, down, out, and catch.